Hi, everybody. Today you're going to be working on identifying shapes that have equal groups or equal parts. So you watched the Brain Pop this morning that discussed different different shapes and different objects and how they can be divided evenly. So I say the word dividing because fractions are actually taking one whole and dividing it into smaller parts. So fractions actually do involve division. So it's important for us to remember that when we are looking at fractions, okay, the numerator goes on the top and the denominator goes on the bottom. So when I'm looking at a fraction, trying to find a piece of blank paper, which I don't have. Hold on one second. No blank paper. Okay, sorry about that. So when we are looking at fractions, we look at two different parts. We look at the number on the top and the number on the bottom. So the number on the top is the numerator and the number on the bottom is the denominator. So the N, remember, stands for north and the D stands for down. So now the bottom number, the denominator, is the total. So if we're looking at a shape that has three equal parts, okay, we're looking at 3 as the denominator. Now, the numerator, the number on top, is talking about how many of those parts are we looking at. So in unit fractions, we learned that unit fractions always have a 1 on top. So in this case, our fraction is 1/3, meaning we are talking about 1 out of those 3 parts. Here is a drawing of a shape that is divided into thirds. You see here this circle, okay? It has 3 equal parts, and I'm talking about one of them. So maybe I'll shade it in. Okay, so here in this shape, I'm looking at a shape that has 1/3 shaded in. I could also talk about how many are not shaded in. I could say that there are 2/3 not shaded in. Again, the number on the bottom is 3. That's the total. And the number on the top, the numerator, is 2 because I'm talking about 2 of the 3 not shaded in. So our unit fractions that we discussed last time are 1/2, 1 out of 2, 1/3, 1 out of 3, 1/4 would mean 1 out of 4. Moving forward, 1/5, 1/6. So these are all our different unit fractions. Okay, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6. It keeps going. 1/7. A unit fraction is talking about 1 out of the shape. So here, if I draw this square, okay, it's divided into down here. It's divided into 4 parts right here. So the unit fraction for that shape would be 1/4. If I looked at this shape here, I'm drawing a pentagon, meaning that there are 5 sides, and I've divided that pentagon here into 5 parts. So the unit fraction would be 1/5 for this shape here, this pentagon. Okay, the unit fractions are the basic fractions that we look at. There's always a 1 on the top, so it's very important to remember that. Now, I'm going to walk you through your work for today so that you know what to do. So let's read the directions first. It says fractions and geometric shapes. Read each task card. Answer each card in the text box by typing the correct letter or letters, or type none if there is not an example. So let's begin looking through what we will work on today. So if you look here, is the shape partitioned into equal areas or equal parts or equal sections. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to click here so that you get the text box. You can click on the end and backspace. Okay, and then I'm looking here at which of these shapes are divided into equal parts. So looking at letter A is divided equally. So I'm going to type A as my answer. I'm going to put a comma because now I'm looking at the other two shapes. They might also be equal. So if you look here, we see a trapezoid formed. Okay, but let's look here where we see a different quadrilateral form. It's not a trapezoid. It is not. It's not equal to this shape. Actually, this probably isn't even a trapezoid either because these lines are not really parallel. But either way, these areas are not the same. This one is bigger than this one, so that's not a correct answer. But then if I look over here at letter C, okay, these four parts are equal, so that is going to be another answer. So for number one, I'll do it with you. The answers are A and C. Now, if I wanted to label the unit fraction for each of these, just one part of the whole. What does one part of each whole represent? Because that's what unit fractions are, one part of a whole. Okay, this one is 1 out of 2, so it would be 1/2. It would have a 1 on top, and 2 on the bottom, 1/2 that's called. And then letter B, there is no unit fraction that can be discussed because when it's not divided evenly, you can't do fractions. And then over here, letter C, there's 4 parts, so the unit fraction would be 1/4, which is right here. Okay, 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4 is 1/4. Okay, so let me get rid of this because you will type that in. All right, let's move forward. Number third slide here. Okay, you are looking at these three shapes. Which of them is divided into equal parts? Okay, I'll give you a hint on this one. There's only one. Obviously, I think we know, okay, this one doesn't look like it is, but let's be very careful here. Again, click at the back of that and you can just backspace out, or you can click at the end, drag, highlight, then click backspace and type. Okay, here again, is the shape partitioned, which means divided, or you see the word part here. Okay, is it equal parts? Is it partitioned equally? Is it divided into equal parts? Choose. There might be more than one answer, so choose all that are correct. Just type in the letter down in the text box. Again, same thing. Looking at these three and these three. Okay, choose the shapes that are divided equally. Looking here again. Okay, moving forward, slide 7. All right, type in your answers there if they're divided evenly, equally, and again here for slide 8. Now, moving here, we are going to be identifying the fraction that is given. Which shape shows the fraction listed? All right, so when we're looking at these shapes, okay, we're looking at the numerator and the denominator. The denominator, the number on the bottom, remember D for down, denominator. Okay, we are looking for the shape that has 6 parts. Now, obviously, you can see here, each of these 3 shapes have 6 equal parts. So now we need to look at the numerator, and we are looking for the shape that has 4 of the 6 parts shaded. Okay, and we're just going to type in the answer for the shape here, the rectangle that has 4 out of 6. We can say it as 4 out of 6 or 4/6, which is 4/6 shaded. This one we're looking for 2/3 shaded. Again, that's 2 out of the 3 shaded. Again, you can see all 3 of these have 3 equal parts. So we're looking for the one that has 2 of them shaded. We're looking for 3 out of the 4 shaded, 7 of the 12 shaded, 3 of the 8 shaded, 5 of the 9 shaded, 3 out of the 6 or 3/6, or 3/4 shaded for the last one, okay? So we are just identifying the shapes that have the numerator shaded and the denominator is the total number. As you can see, these all have 4, these all have 6, these all have 9, these all have 8, and these all have 12. So the denominator is pretty much given to you in each one. You're looking for the shape that has the numerator, the number on the top, N for north, shaded. Okay, so that is your math work for today. We will be doing additional activities like this so that we can really fully understand fractions, so that I hope you are able to grasp the concepts that will be presented to you. So we're going to be spending a long time on fractions, so I hope that this is a nice, clear start for you. Okay, have a great day, and I will see you soon.